Google is going to be unveiling its own ChatGPT clone, which is not going to be the only ChatGPT. Like this stuff is absolute rocket fuel at the moment. And this is one area where I feel like people might be willing to splurge. You were trying to throw money at ChatGPT for the last week. You've been like, oh, they got a subscription plan. And I just see you whipping money at your screen. I don't think it's how it works. You're like the meme over there.
Yeah.
And
I still like using it. It's very interesting.
But you're still on the free version right now because it's experimental in U.S. only to have any form of premium treatment.
Yeah, I can't get the premium.
You're not a premium guy at the moment. I'm sure you will be soon. You'll have a nice big check mark. It's like Twitter.
Verified.
Like, ChatGPT verified user with the faster response times and all that stuff.
Oh, boy.
But anyway, don't you think for a second that the Googles and the Amazons and the Apples and the Microsofts, well, Microsoft went straight to ChatGPT. And even the Chinese companies, which we'll get to in a moment, they're all looking at it going, my God, this is the fastest growing thing ever. Period. That's it. Like, it's the fastest growing thing ever. We got to get involved. And Google and YouTube, no different. Google's going to fire up its own photocopier. That's the terminology Ars Technica is using. And stick OpenAI's ChatGPT. The 40-minute event, of course, will be live on YouTube. Oh, they're actually going to have an event for this. Whoa. Hosting an event described as an emergency event. The event will revolve around using the power of AI to reimagine how people search for, explore, and interact with information. Oh, my God. Emergency code red event. They're like, Google search. We're in trouble. We do AI too. We like AI too.
Yeah.
We do AI too. We like AI too. That's the chant when the event starts. If they were being honest, Google presents interesting. I mean, listen.
They want to make it very official.
They're extremely talented, man, and I wouldn't bet against them. I'll just put that out there, right? I'm not going to be the guy to bet against them. How quickly can they catch up? I have no idea. How much of a photocopier can they run? I have no idea. Outside the scope, beyond the pay scale,
Well, the precedence is there.
One result of Google's productization efforts is called Apprentice Bard, a chatbot that uses Lambda technology, enabling people to ask questions and receive detailed answers similar to ChatGPT. The report laid out a ton of possible directions Google is experimenting with, like an alternate search page that could use a question and answer format, prompts for potential questions placed directly under the main search bar on the Google homepage, and a results page that shows a gray bubble directly under the search bar, offering more human-like responses than typical search results. More conversational, more like as if a human was there. And if you look at the stuff they have with Assistant, you got to believe they're poised to do something like this. Assistant has continued to get more and more conversational. And so why is search the way it is? Why is it still like I'm looking through a phone book? Maybe it should be, and maybe it's a thing they can port over rapidly. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's tremendously complex. And they're going to tell us how they're working on it and what they can do, and they're going to have a bunch of fancy demos, but it's actually going to take years in the making. Or they can just walk over across the street to ChatGPT and say, and knock on the door and look at the engineers and say, how much do you want? What do you want? Give me your best price.
They're Italian?
That's right. They go straight to the negotiation table, them and Microsoft and whoever. What do you want? I love to imagine billion-dollar negotiations, but as if they're happening on the street corner. I love to imagine that. Send that guy in.
Yeah, that one guy.
The mechanics are all the same. Never mind the amount.
Yeah.
You listen to me.